Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be running Game Dev Tycoon with a bit of a twist to it, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to be playing this with the only making text adventures, just to see how far I can get. So welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, you've been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build your dream company, create the best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Before you can start your adventure, you have to give your up-and-coming company a name. Hope you can read. Okay, so develop a new game. Before development can begin, you have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also select which graphic technology your game should use. Your options are initially limited, but once you have a bit of experience, you'll be able to unlock new options. Waste of money. Pick topic. Let's make it a romantic one. Let's make it an action. And we're going to have it on we'll go with the G64. Text-based, obviously. Game development runs through 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you can decide what areas of the game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus of your game greatly increases the points you generate. Think about what areas are important for your game and decrease the focus on areas you think are less important. If you want to read a brief description of the different areas, please refer to the help menu. So, we'll make it really good gameplay, really good quests, and crappy engine. Game development has now started, and I've started with a bug already. While developing your game, you'll generate points which you can see bubbling up. Game points are divided into design points, technology points. Hang on, it doesn't mention research or technology. The more points you generate, the better the game will be. From time to time, there'll also be bug points generated. These points become less likely once you gain experience. Bugs should be fixed before the game is released and increase development time and cost. Well, we could do a Bethesda and just release it with every bug possible. Artificial intelligence, no, we won't have any of that. We want really good level design and maybe some dialogue. During development, you can also select additional features for your game. Right now, you can only pick basic sounds, but your options will increase quickly. Selecting additional features makes the game generally better, but also increases its cost. You'll also see the graphic type you selected when you define your game. This will just remind you of your choice. You cannot change the type of graphics mid-game. Graphics is a text adventure, we don't need graphics. We'll stick those 2 up. The development of your first game is now complete. You can press the finish button to publish your game, but you should do it only once you fix the majority of bugs. Since I'm right at the beginning, I will fix the bugs, but as I get more into it, I will just go Bethesda on it. Releasing a game without fixing bugs can severely affect your ratings, so you should only ever consider that you need the cash and you can't afford to wait. Yeah, well, what's Bethesda's excuse? Because they don't really need the cash. The development of your game is now finished. While developing games, you gain experience and improve your skills. When development is completed, you'll be presented with a summary of experience gained. let's release the game. Your game is now complete and you'll be handed off to publishing. We will see the reviews and sales coming in for the game soon. Right, and while we wait for the first reviews of our newly released game Waste of Money came in. I still have nightmares. Bad. Oh, come on. Does no one like a romantic action game? Hope You Can Read, a newcomer to the game industry, has just released their first game, Waste of Money. The game not generally low scores from reviewers, but with a bit of experience we are sure that they will see better games from Hope You Can Read in the future. Romance and action is a terrible combination. Who doesn't like a romantic action? There's plenty of them in the under £4 section on Steam. Sound seems to be quite important for this type of game. Really? I would have thought like reading would have been. Recent market studies suggest that the Govedor G64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Customers prefer the lower price, greater availability and flexible hardware configuration over other home computers. Well, also PCs at the time didn't have any sound to them. They had this basically like little buzzer type speaker that could basically bleep, and you were pretty much limited to a green screen monitor on PCs at the time. Whereas a Commodore 64 was kind of revolutionary because you could have 16 colours on the screen, and the stuff they did with it, considering it only had 64 kilobytes of memory on it, the games that existed on it at the time were absolutely amazing. And I do feel that the game industry today just hasn't got the same innovation that they had back then, because you were so limited and you want to get as much as you could out of it. Whereas today it's just, especially with a lot of the AAA titles, they do just tend to go, look at the graphics, and even to the point where like some of the trailers for the games, they don't even show you the actual graphics for the system that it comes on. Elite's a good example of that, and a good example of where I personally feel that they bungled it with Elite Dangerous. I loved the Elite games back on the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum, and in fact it's why I got into the game I'll be playing later, which is X3 Reunion. I got so into that one because I loved Frontier Elite. But I got Elite Dangerous not that long ago. I think I played it for about half hour, 45 minutes, and I just couldn't get into it. The controls for it were just too convoluted. I think it could have been an amazing game, but it was just like, the controls are terrible. I think my company's going to go bust. Book Simulator. Let's make this one a military and make it an action, because people like military action games. G64 again. Obviously text-based. They seem to like that one. Ish. Book Simulator was so successful that we now have 28 fans. See, this just proves my point. This is why people buy like the all those first-person shooters that are literally the same game, or football games as well, which are literally the same game, but just with, you know, a different title. Same. But fantasy. And we'll go with a fantasy action. No, don't want it on that. No, got to pay to do that. No, we want to develop these as cheap and crap as possible. Today, Venner has confirmed recent rumours about a new games console and announced the Master V. The company claims that the Master V is technically superior to the massively successful TES by Ninvento and plans to release it for the coming months. Problem with the Sega Master System is you had a controller that was okay, but the pause button was on the console, so you had to get up out of your seat to pause the game. What research we got here? Level editor or casual game? Want to get casual game out of the way, actually. Just in time. Venner, creator of the Master V console, has announced the Venner Gear, a portable console directly compete with the Game Link from Ninvento. Game Gear was okay. Problem I had with it was that it just ran out of battery so quick. Oh, and it's as it says there, main selling point for it was the full color screen, which, to be honest, with the Game Gear and the Atari Lynx, it was the full color screen that actually let it down, because it wasn't exactly portable. You could get about, I don't know, half an hour to an hour of gameplay out of it, and then it would die. So pick a topic. Dance, casual, young audience, gothic, two-step, hero. On the Gameling, hamster wheel engine, text-based. All of that. Ten out of 10 for a text-based dance simulator. Oh, that would have been an achievement there. Just yeah. Up yours, Star Games. Right, well, I'm going to end that there. Thank you for tuning in and watching Game Dev Tycoon, the text adventure edition.